Inequalities, objective 124. Example 1, represent 5 is less than or equal to x, which is less than 9 on a number line, where x is an integer. So you draw yourself out a number line. Key values is going to be at 5 up to 9. You can have ones either side, but they're the key ones. If we read the first part of the inequality, that says from the middle x is greater than or equal to 5. So it's 5, but it could also be bigger than 5. But we'll start off with it could be 5, so you colour that in. Now, if it was any value, it would be all the values greater than 5, but it has to stop at 9. X is less than or equal to 9, so it can't actually go as far as 9. So it's all the values from 5 upwards, but not including 9. And as well, I'm going to make sure you read the full question. It says that x is an integer. So it can't be these like 5.5 or 6.6 or 7.1. It can only be the whole numbers between 5 and 9, not including 9. So what you need to do is just colour in the 5, the 6, 7, and the 8, but not 9. Example 2, solve 2x plus 1 is less than 13 and display your answer on a number line. So we don't know what x is straight away, we've got to actually solve that, and we solve it just like we would solve an equation. So you take 1 from both sides, you get 2x is less than 12, and divide both sides by 2 to get x is less than 6. And then on a number line, the key value is going to be at 6. Now x is not equal to 6, so it has to be not coloured in, and it can go everywhere to the left. The difference in this question to the first one is in the first one, x was an integer, so it could only take whole number values, whereas here it doesn't tell you about x, so you assume x can take any value, so just any value less than 6 would be to the left of 6. Example 3. Solve minus 5 is less than 7 minus 2x, which is less than or equal to 4, where x is an integer. This is called a double inequality. So what you need to do is separate it into two parts. And just look at the first part, ignoring the second inequality sign, just go as far as, but not past the second inequality. And that would read as minus 5 is less than 7 minus 2x. And we can solve that. The method we do to solve that would be to add 2x to both sides to get 2x minus 5 is less than 7. And then we add 5 to both sides to get 2x is less than 12, so x is less than 6. We then look at the second inequality, and this is where it tells us that 7 minus 2x is less than or equal to 4. So we're ignoring the first inequality and everything before it. So 7 minus 2x is less than or equal to 4. Add 2x to both sides, and you get 7 is less than or equal to 2x plus 4. Take off the 4 from both sides to get 3 is less than or equal to 2x. And finally that x is greater than or equal to 1.5. So once you've got your two solutions, you try to combine them. X has to be less than 6, but it also has to be greater than or equal to 1.5. So you're trying to write those two together with the x in the middle. So I put the x, and this goes to the right hand side, and then this would go to the left hand side of your x. Your final answer, however, is not an inequality in this case, because it tells us that x is an integer. So x doesn't take all of those values, it only takes the whole number of values in between. It can't take 1.5, it's not a whole number, but it could take 2, 3, 4, or 5. So when it says solve, there actually could be a range of answers, like so, or a set of answers, like so. And finally, I need to show you that inequalities aren't exactly the same as equations. Even though I've solved this like an equation, there's some things you can't do when it's an inequality. So let's say I said that x is greater than 4. Okay, so think about what answers x could be. X could be 5, 6, 7, or 8, and so on. Now, if I multiply both sides by -1, which I can do with an equation, I could say that if x is 4, minus x would be -4. That's true. But if x is greater than 4 and I multiply both sides by -1, I would get minus x is greater than -4. And if I add x to both sides, that means that x minus 4 is less than 0. And if I add 4 to both sides, that then tells me that 4 is greater than x. It makes no sense. X is greater than 4, multiplied by -1 should state that. And if I multiply by -1, it tells me that actually x is less than 4. It can't be greater than 4 and less than 4. The reason that you get this mistake or error is by multiplying by -1. If you multiply or divide by a negative number, you have to switch the sign around. Okay? So my advice would be never multiply or divide by a negative number. Instead, like in this case here, when I had a -2x, I added 2x to both sides, so it didn't have a negative amount of 2x's, so there was no issue. What I could have done, and would have been silly, if I had -5 is less than 7 minus 2x, if I took off the 7 to get -12 is less than -2x, if I divided by -2, because -2 is a negative number, I would get x is greater than 6, but that's wrong. Dividing by that negative number gives an error. X should be less than 6, but I've got here x is greater than 6. So if you divide by a negative number, which is what I've done here, you have to remember to change the sign around. So instead of x being greater than 6, we switch the sign around when we divide by the negative, and we say that x is less than 6. So just reiterate my advice, do not divide or multiply by a negative number, because you might get problems for that. Just move it to the other side and you'll be fine. There'll be no issues there at all.